Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the final episode in the trilogy, that being Gang of Secrets. Like I said, this will be the final episode in the part of Miraculous, which is starting with Truth, then Lies, and finally Gang of Secrets. Now, like Lies, there has not yet been a plot synopsis dropped for this. All we know is that the episode is going to be releasing at the end of next week, and Lies is going to be releasing at the end of this week. So, yeah, both of which are coming through RTS, but there is also the possibility that someone else will probably drop them. Honestly, I would not be surprised if someone drops them. One of the other Disney channels drops them. Or maybe Tefal or one of the others. I don't know. But the point is that Gang of Secrets is coming soon. And honestly, I'm really excited to see how this episode turns out. The fact is, like I said, that I believe that this is a trilogy, basically dealing with the fact that Marinette is uncertain how to deal with the whole situation that has been going on since she became the new Guardian. Obviously, the Miraculous box has changed. She now has to deal with all of the Miraculouses, including dealing with the fact that she is now Ladybug, and she has to deal with her relationships, and it's chaos. Like I said, Adrian is also kind of having to deal with this stuff because the fact that that's why Kagami will more than likely get akumatized into Lies. But Gang of Secrets is going to be focusing on the 5 main girls who I believe will come to Marinette after seeing her upset after the whole Lies situation. She's struggling with it. She sees Adrian and Kagami talking about how things have been insane over the past few weeks, and she can't help but feel the same way and is uncertain how to move forward with this whole situation. And the other girls want to support her. They want to help her. But on top of that, they also know that things have been going a bit crazy in that department because of the fact that Marinette is dealing with all of this chaos with Luca. And he started looking for the truth. And so they're going to confront her, asking her, telling her, you can tell us what is going on with you. We can help you. And Marinette is going to feel like she can't. She's going to be saying over and over again, I want to tell you, but I can't. It's impossible. It is too dangerous for you to know. And because we all know how idiotic these people are, yeah. As for the akumatized object, it's very likely something with it that shares a connection with all of them. Possibly that little bracelet that we've seen in recent leaked pictures. So yeah, so that's gonna be interesting, and it's also gonna be really interesting to see how exactly Ladybug and Cat Noir are actually gonna handle dealing with 5 people akumatized at once. The fact is that this is the most amount of people that they've had to deal with akumatized by themselves. And the fact is that they can't really rely on anyone else right now. I mean, sure, they could absolutely bring in the rest of the team who's helped out in the past, aka Luca, Kagami. They could bring in Max, Kim, Nino. Nino would actually make a lot of sense to come into this whole situation because it's his girlfriend that is in this situation. But with Luca Kagami, they just dealt with the fact that they got akumatized and they are in a rough spot. Giving them the Miraculouses now is not really the best idea. And not to mention, Chloe is not even a possibility right now to even hold a Miraculous. So, yeah. In fact, I actually wouldn't be surprised if no one actually holds a Miraculous in these 3 episodes, except for obviously Marinette and Adrian. So, yeah. In fact, I actually have a theory that no one actually holds a Miraculous until after the Furious Fu situation. So, yeah, maybe someone will. We'll get into that. But it's not going to be as extreme as you may think. Basically, it's going to be for a short amount of time, and we're not going to be seeing too much of it. But basically, the 5 girls are upset with Marinette, so they all leave. Marinette's devastated because she can't tell them what's going on, and yeah. Of course, there's the fight. We're not going to go over everything that happens in the fight because, let's be honest, the fights are actually it's the simplest thing to basically determine, and also the hardest because the Lucky Charm could literally be anything. The Cataclysm could be literally anything. I think that it would be interesting if, maybe, actually, probably more likely, is that maybe Bunnix from the future actually comes back with the 5 girls. With the 4 girls, I guess, because at this point it's just those 4. And basically, to a certain degree, reveals to them that at some point soon, they are all going to be holding their Miraculouses as a way to face off against Hawkmoth. They are going to be the gang of secrets again, because they are going to be the ones who hold the most important secret. And that's actually an interesting factor. I don't think that it's just Alex anymore. I know that more than likely, let me actually make this clear. The most likely thing to happen is that after Gang of Secrets, Marinette realizes she needs to tell someone. Because if she keeps this a secret for too much longer, she is going to have a tough time. Keeping the box hidden from them is extremely challenging. And because of that, she has to figure out new ways to get around that. And as such, telling someone would be very important. More than likely, that someone is going to be Alex, because of the fact that of what Bunnix specifically told her. I am someone that you trust more than anyone that you can trust. And it's honestly really interesting to know that, because Alex would be willing to keep a secret. In fact, I actually think that all of them would be more than willing to keep that secret. To have all of them would keep the secret better than anyone else. Yes, absolutely, Alex is going to be probably the most responsible person in the group because she already knows what's going on with Bunnix and knows that eventually she is going to be Bunnix. But at the same time, other characters like Alia have already understood the importance of keeping the secret of being a superhero and haven't revealed things that are extremely dangerous. In fact, I actually think that Alia may figure it out herself, that Marinette is Ladybug, realizing that certain things are starting to click. That Marinette is no longer just some random girl that she happened to meet. She is Ladybug, the hero of Paris, the hero and the guardian of the Miraculous box. It honestly would be very interesting, to say the least, just knowing that that is a possibility. We do know that at some point Marinette is going to reveal to someone that she is Ladybug, but I do not believe in the slightest that she is going to just reveal it just willy-nilly. I don't know. There's a lot to it, and I actually think, surprisingly, even though these are some of the most formidable villains that they've ever contended with, and yet they're going to be able to handle all 5 of them. I mean, honestly, think about that for a moment. Julika, her power has been to make people turn into herself. Yes, she is a very formidable foe that Marinette and Adrian almost were not able to beat her because of the fact that they switched powers for a brief bit. So, yeah, that's one thing. But then there's also the fact that there's Alia, who can jump between cell phones. There's Rose, who I'm forgetting what her name is, but she can basically cause anyone to be under her command. And Milen, as long as people are fearing her, she grows in size to be one of the most, like I said, one of the most formidable foes there is. As long as you are happy about it, then, or showing joy and stuff, yeah, she's powerless, but still, it's an interesting factor. And then, of course, there's the most dangerous one, that of Alex, the time traveler. The one who all she has to do is touch someone, well, touch a few people, and she can go back in time. And it's insane. It is honestly insane to think, how are these 2 people who have had difficulties handling them before, how are they going to handle that? I mean, honestly, think about it. Not once have they actually been able to handle these people by themselves. The only one that they have actually been able to handle by themselves without, during their first fight is, I believe, Julika and Rose, actually. The rest of them, they had help. Alia, they had the help of Chloe. Frickin' Alex, they had the help of 2 ladybugs, and so on and so forth. Milan, they had the help of the entire class. It's insanity to me to just think these 5 people are some of the most formidable, and now they're going to handle them, just the 2 of them. But I do want to bring up one last thing. The relationships. Now, obviously, Rose and Julika are a bit of a weird situation, but I actually wouldn't put it past them to actually have other people gain their Miraculouses. Like I said, Nino makes sense. Carapace, he's dealt with Alia before. But the thing is that Max, at least the way it's looking, might be into Alex. So there's a little bit of an interesting factor. I'm not going to go into that because I don't actually believe it myself, but yeah, that's a possibility. Not to mention Ivan, who hasn't gotten his Miraculous yet, but we do know that before the end of the season, he is going to be gaining his Miraculous, as are the rest of the girls, who haven't gotten them yet. Seriously, by the end of this season, everyone who hasn't gotten their Miraculouses yet is going to be getting their Miraculouses, which is absolutely insane to me. But it's going to be a whole lot of fun to see how this series actually continues from this point forward, and to see exactly how they're going to defeat the Gang of Secrets. But anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments below what you think of this whole situation. And of course, I'm excited to know what you guys would actually do with how you think the battle is going to play out. And who do you think is going to know? Because obviously Alex is going to know. But who among the rest of the team do you think is actually going to know who Marinette is by the end of this episode. I mean, obviously, like I said, Alex, very likely. Everyone else, kind of meh. So, yeah. Of course, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. And also, if you just haven't subscribed yet, even if you're not new, please subscribe and ring the notification bell, because it really does help us out a lot more than you may think. And it means that you can actually see all of our videos, even the ones that aren't miraculous. So, yeah, why not? Yeah, anyways, of course, leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. If you are going to leave a theory, make sure to say theory review somewhere in your comments so that we can talk about it in a future video. And of course, if you want to support the channels even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our social medias, our other 2 channels, as well as ways that you can support us financially, including our Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patron, She, as well as the merch store and the books. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!